The future of gaming has never been so exciting. With new technologies, increasingly immersive worlds, and narratives that challenge expectations, upcoming releases promise to raise the bar for the industry. From epic adventures to electrifying combat, the next few years will bring titles that will make history and dominate the market. If you thought you had seen it all, get ready because what's coming could change everything you know about gaming. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring daily content so you don't miss a single detail of the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd really appreciate it. From one gamer to another. Kicking off this list, we have a cyberpunk thriller set in a future where technology advances, but inequality and corruption dominate. Neo Berlin 2087 puts you in the shoes of a detective with exceptional abilities, tasked with unraveling a conspiracy that could change everything. Investigation and action will mix in dynamic gameplay, allowing you to hack minds, collect clues, and face threats in both first and third-person strategic combat. Outside the imposing city walls, the desert hides uncontrolled machines and factions of exiles, making every step even more dangerous. Inspired by classics like Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell, it promises an engaging narrative and moral choices that will put your conscience to the test.
I never asked for your help. Why are you risking everything for me?
I'm not gonna let them hurt you, Natalie. This city needs someone like you.
I never asked for any of this.
We'll find a way.
I hope you're right.
I am doing whatever is necessary to keep you safe.
In second place, we have a survival RPG that promises to reinvent the post-apocalyptic genre. Ashfall will transport you to a devastated world, where mutant creatures, hunter robots, and cities inspired by the East create a chaotic and fascinating setting. Exploration will be one of the main highlights, with snow-covered plains, desert wastelands full of secrets, and sealed shelters hiding forgotten stories. The promise is for an intense journey, filled with strategic combat and decisions that shape the fate of this soon-to-collapse universe.
Take the gun. Leave the shelter. Over the mountains. Across the deserts. Go east. Make some friends.
In third place, we have a frenetic hack-and-slash game that combines martial arts and a dark atmosphere. Phantom Blade Zero presents a brutal world where stylized combat occurs at a dizzying speed, requiring sharp reflexes and sword mastery. The visual style blends Japanese aesthetics with Gothic tones, creating stunning and mysterious settings. The story promises an intense plot full of betrayal and revenge, with relentless enemies challenging every step of the journey. With choreographed battles that feel like a spectacle, every duel is as challenging as it is cinematic. In fourth place, we have an action-adventure game set in a Victorian era where creatures and paranormal phenomena are real. Little Devil Inside puts you in the role of a mercenary hired by a professor to investigate mysterious events that few recognize as threats. The journey involves dangerous missions, unexpected encounters, and exploration through a world in transformation, where industrial advancements are still in development. Survival and adaptation will be key to completing each task and uncovering the secrets lurking in the shadows. In fifth place, the iconic ninja hack-and-slash franchise returns with a new story set in a dark future. Ninja Gaiden 4 follows a warrior who must face an ancient threat, resurfacing to plunge the world into chaos. While fighting cybernetic enemies and supernatural creatures, he will be challenged to master new techniques and overcome intense battles that require precision and strategy. With a refined combat system and a narrative full of twists, the journey promises to test both veterans of the series and newcomers alike.
Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here. So you've come, Raven.
Fuck off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
In sixth place, we have an action fantasy RPG that bets on a dynamic world and strategic combat. Eternal Strands follows a warrior determined to reclaim her people's cultural homeland, facing colossal enemies and uncovering lost secrets. Magic and physics combine to create unpredictable battles, where the environment can be used as a weapon, manipulating fire and ice, or destroying structures to clear a path. Exploration will be marked by the freedom to climb any surface and use arcane abilities to alter the environment, allowing you to tackle challenges in a creative and unpredictable way.
But the Enclave's foes come in all sizes. Behold, an Ark. This colossal 25-meter construct wields immense power.
Is she really ready to fight that thing?
Pick your battles. Rather than risking your loot, return to base camp. A day has passed. Reforge your gear with your hard-earned resources to even the odds against the mighty epics. No two battles are the same, as epics roam freely between maps, and extreme weather alters the battlefield in this true physics playground. Harvesting strands from these formidable adversaries allows you to weave new abilities into your mantle. With new powers at your command, and the world as your weapon, you hold the key to uncovering the mysteries of the Enclave. Take up the mantle in Eternal Strands.
In seventh place, we have an action-adventure game that brings a modern twist to prehistoric survival. Instinction takes you to a world where the past and present collide, placing ancient civilizations and prehistoric creatures side by side. The journey unfolds in a mysterious valley, filled with hidden ruins, ancestral mysteries, and relentless predators. With first and third-person combat, exploration across varied settings, and challenges that go beyond just action. The game promises an immersive experience, blending narrative, puzzle solving, and a living, unpredictable ecosystem. In the eighth position, we have a striking return to the samurai universe in a dark fantasy tale. Onimusha Way of the Sword will take you to a Kyoto immersed in mystery and corruption, where evil forces ravage the city. At the heart of the story, a warrior wields a mystical artifact capable of exterminating creatures from the underworld, engaging in brutal battles to find his purpose. Amid intense combat and a backdrop filled with intrigue, every fight promises to be a true test of skill and survival. In the ninth position, we find the continuation of one of the most immersive medieval RPGs ever made. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will elevate everything that made its predecessor a success, keeping the formula of realism, dense narrative, and challenging combat. The detailed historical recreation remains one of its pillars, bringing a living world where every decision can impact the course of history.
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father. But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything.
I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses!
God, is this retribution from my...
To the task!
In the 10th position, we have a game that blends action and police simulation in a setting inspired by classic film noir. The Precinct will immerse you in the streets of a crime-ridden city where high-speed chases, investigations, and gang confrontations are part of the daily routine. With a dynamic world and criminals acting in real time, every patrol could lead to unpredictable situations, from routine infractions to major heists. The city comes alive with neon-lit streets, rain reflecting on the asphalt, and a day-night cycle that amplifies the intense atmosphere of the 1980s. In the 11th position, we have a sci-fi horror FPS that thrives on a suffocating atmosphere and innovative mechanics. Deepest Fear takes place deep beneath the ocean, where a forgotten secret threatens not only life in the area, but also humanity's future.
Water's flooding in! Oh my god! Shoot it!
Stay away from the water. They come from the water.
In the 12th position, we find an action-adventure game with RPG elements based on one of the most iconic fantasy comic stories. Thorgal will transport you to a world inspired by Norse mythology, where battles against mortal and divine enemies shape a journey full of dangers and twists. With a rich narrative and mechanics balancing combat and exploration, the game seeks to modernize this classic universe, offering an immersive adaptation for both fans of the original work and newcomers looking for a grand epic. In the 13th position, we have a game shrouded in mystery, with little information revealed other than a teaser. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, The Last Ronin, will adapt one of the most brutal and impactful comics in the franchise, bringing a story filled with tragedy and revenge. Set in a dark future where only one of the four brothers survives, carrying the weight of the past and the responsibility to face an enemy that destroyed everything he knew. The journey is marked by pain and fury as the last warrior fights to honor his family's legacy in a devastated world. Even with few details revealed, it's one of the games I'm most curious about. In the 14th position, we have the sequel to one of the most faithful tactical RPGs to the tabletop experience. Solasta 2 will maintain the essence of the first game, bringing a system based on the rules of the most popular tabletop RPG in the world, where every decision can change the course of the adventure. The journey follows a new group of adventurers exploring distant lands amid an ancient threat. In addition to strategic combat and classic mechanics, exploration will be expanded, allowing free travel across an unknown continent where every choice can lead to unexpected challenges. In the 15th position, we have an RPG that brings a unique approach to turn-based combat. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will introduce a fascinating world, where a group of warriors embarks on a desperate mission to break a cycle of inevitable death. Each year, a new age begins, and those who reach it disappear forever. With strategic battles incorporating real-time mechanics, exploration of stunning environments, and a narrative filled with melancholy and despair, this game promises a journey as tragic as it is epic.
Over there. A hut. Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
This building has a certain melancholy beauty. A lone outpost of humanity nestled amongst the corals. A sailor lost at sea.
Our resident cynic is now a poet.
Wouldn't expect a Cartesian engineer to understand beauty. This should help.
Watch out!
You're right.
It only attacks when...
It's coming! En garde!
Let us stay there.
In the 16th position, we have a real-time strategy game that combines classic gameplay with fresh ideas and a dark atmosphere. Exodus will explore an alternate timeline where humanity traverses turbulent eras, from prehistoric times to a dystopian future filled with horrors. Base building, resource management, and epic battles on land and sea are part of the journey, requiring strategic decisions in an unforgiving world. With a day-night cycle altering gameplay and weather conditions affecting combat, every choice could mean the survival or downfall of a civilization.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest. This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
In the 17th position, we find an open-world survival game that takes a more realistic approach to the zombie apocalypse. Nakwon Last Paradise is set in South Korea, where weapons are scarce and every corner could be a deadly trap. Mixing elements of stealth, extraction, and player conflict, survival depends on strategy and distrust, as the biggest danger may not be the dead, but the living. In a world without laws, earning money, climbing the social ladder, and securing a safe shelter will be as essential as escaping from the hungry hordes. In the 18th position, we have a simulation game that takes climbing to an impressively realistic level. I've been playing Gisant, another climbing game, and I'm really excited about what's been shown from this title. Cairn puts you in control of a professional mountaineer facing the challenge of conquering an uncharted peak. Every move requires strategy, balance, and endurance, as the path to the summit becomes both a physical and emotional journey. With free routes, resource management, and challenges that turn every stone wall into a true battle, climbing becomes an intense experience where each decision could mean success or a fall. In the 19th position, we have an action horror game that promises to turn the ocean into a claustrophobic nightmare. Beneath will take you to an underwater world filled with unimaginable horrors, where survival demands much more than courage. Among mysterious ruins and submerged stations, every step could be your last, and the line between reality and madness grows increasingly thin. The tense combat and scarce resources will make each encounter a risky choice, while disturbing secrets await in the dark depths of the sea. Next, we have a construction and survival game that challenges you to rebuild a civilization from scratch. All Will Fall puts you in charge of a group of survivors in a world consumed by the ocean, where humanity's last hope depends on building a vertical city that can withstand storms. Realistic physics turn every structure into a calculated risk, requiring careful planning to avoid disastrous collapses. Besides engineering, you'll need to manage factions with conflicting interests, make tough decisions, and face unpredictable events, where every choice can either shape the future or accelerate ruin. Tell me, which of these games piqued your interest? Did any spark your curiosity enough to add to your list of upcoming games? We'd love to know which one caught your attention. Share in the comments which other release you're excited to play. But remember, avoid pre-ordering. Wait for the game to release, and keep an eye on the channel to see if it's worth your money. If you can, subscribe to help me grow and never be unsure about what to play again. I'm leaving 2 videos on the card. One that I selected for you, and another chosen by YouTube itself. Just click on either one to watch. Big hug, happy gaming, and see you tomorrow.